Hello and welcome back to another episode of Overkill Trading. Today is January 27th. It is Monday, and yes, there is some blood in the streets today. Okay, you can see the watch list is pretty much all red. Every single name is pretty much red except a few. You got AT&T, you got CRM, you got Twilio. These are just barely up, it looks like, here today. But this is a pretty big sell-off across the board. I mean, you're talking Oracle down big. You're seeing a red dot there show up on Oracle. That was one of the names Nancy was buying into the inauguration. But this is a big, nasty candle. You don't see a lot of these multi-billion-dollar, $100 billion companies down 15% very much in a single day. So a lot of blood here, guys. Again, let's just stick to the strategy, right? We're not, don't have to be emotional about any of this stuff. You can see the names I'm owning right now. AI has a red dot. So I set a stop loss on this right here at about 29 or just at 30 there. That's just the bottom of this low. Now that we have that red dot, if that breaks down, yes, it will sell, and I will most likely look for an entry back here around 26 or 28. But across the board, there was one green dot that went off today, and that was Snapchat. I actually took that position on Friday. It is actually still down today, but you can see these last three times Snapchat has printed a green dot right here in January. We had one right here in November and right here in October. Okay, you can see all of those resulted in a move higher. So I think some of these small caps could do good as some of these large caps are selling off. I mean, you're talking about NVIDIA down just huge today. Look at that. Oh my God. 16%. Okay. So there's some panic going on right now for sure. Like there's a lot of people panicking. Day like today, I just like to sit on my hands, guys. Just literally sit on my hands, set some stop loss levels, right? For that AI, I told you guys, like this is obviously a really big level. That's where we bounced right there. So if that breaks down, right, I have to take this red dot here into consideration. If that breaks down, we'll most likely go back to 28, 26. So if you guys got chart requests here today, we're going to be taking them over here from the Discord, but if you have them in chat too, I'd be happy to take some from the chat. Just drop your guys' watch list there in chat, and we'll take a look at some charts. Again, this is the market, guys. It's not all sunshine and rainbows all the time. Okay, it's not just green and going straight up all the time. Okay, a lot of people getting involved in cryptocurrency now are getting involved because of things like XRP going from 50 cents up to $3. They think this is what it's like all the time. It's just up, 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 up. It's not like that, guys. It's very unrealistic, and this is what people get conditioned for when they get involved, when they first get started. Okay, and then you can see, obviously, everything doesn't just go straight up. Everything moves in waves. If you guys are new to the channel, we have a very, very specific trading strategy that we use here, and those are over here. It is written over here inside of the trading rules. You can see that we are swing traders focused on a monthly and a daily chart. Okay, we're not day traders here, right? These daily swings should not bother us. Okay, we are focused on the monthly and the daily chart. We are 1 to 6 months out on our buys, on our entries. So we enter and exit positions using the trading indicator. The green dot on our chart means buy, and the red dot on our chart means sell. The red and green dots are right down here, as you guys know, on the trading indicator. Green means up, red means down. Okay, we take those into considerations when we place our entries. You can see XRP had a green one there on the 11th of January at about 2:30. It went up to 350. It got the red dot right there. I'm pretty sure I said this on stream on Friday, guys, that it would not be a bad place. I actually know I said it for a fact. I said unpopular opinion. Right here is a good place to be taking some off the table on XRP. That doesn't mean sell your whole position. That just means take some off the table, sell some. Because when we get this separation here, right, off of the golden zone, like we talk about all the time here, 30% off the golden zone, 30% off of that retracement, right? This is our mean. Our golden zone is our mean, our average price. Okay, over here on the cheat sheet, okay? We want to buy as close to the mean as possible. When we get very extended off of that level, off of what our average is, and again, we use that golden zone as our average, okay? That's how we measure our mean over here. So when that gets this far off, right, that 20 to 30% range off of that, and you can measure this by using this long position tool over here. If you click that and drag it down, you can see XRP was 30% off of that, giving you a red dot. This was a great place to take some off the table back last week. I think that was Friday we did that stream. And Bitcoin, same thing. Okay, Bitcoin, major separation off of the golden zone. We got the red dot last Friday, or I'm sorry, Thursday at around 104, 105. You can see, boom, bloody today. So again, guys, the dots are to take all the emotion. I know there's still some emotion involved, especially on days like today, but if you just listen to the dots, okay, you can set yourself up to be ahead of, right, the move. Because you can see right here, this isn't me calling this out. This is the indicator right here on Thursday saying, hey, it's a good time to sell some Bitcoin right there, right? And everyone's expecting a big bull run right now. We could be in for a little bit more blood here over the next week or so. Okay, we could be in it. And this isn't because China just released their own ChatGPT. This is because whales are taking some profits up here, guys. I mean, crypto has ran very, very hard over the last year and a half. I'm not saying the bull market's over. I still think we're going to get an altcoin season here in 2025. But is that going to be tomorrow? Probably not. Is it going to be in a week? Probably not. Is it going to be in a couple weeks? Maybe. Is it going to be in a month? We could look a lot different here in a month from now. I mean, you could see we've just gone sideways for the last month. A lot of these names have just consolidated, right? Here's Chainlink. Chainlink from 19 to 27. We've just been going sideways here. Okay, we're not going up crazy or down crazy. We're just chopping around in a range, right? Buying these green dots down here on the chart. So let me get through the rules real quick for those of you that are new, and then I'll take some chart requests from chat and also over here inside the Discord. So if you guys are on the live, we do live streams every single week, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Okay, I answer all your guys' chart requests daily over here when you drop them. I do ask that you guys would limit it to 3 per person just for time's sake, so we're not live here for like 8 hours a day. But if you guys could limit it to 3 over here, I'd be happy to take a look and do some chart analysis. And I see some bangers called out over here as well. You guys have been calling out some really, really good charts lately. So, you know, it's good to keep an eye on things. Somebody might request something you've never heard of that looks good, and you might just want to add that to your watch list or even take a position here as we go through them. So again, I will take some chart requests here from chat today as well here on YouTube. I know today is really bloody, guys, but again, this is the market, right? The market isn't all sunshine and rainbows. The market is not your friend. Okay, days like this happen if you guys are going to call yourselves investors, if you're going to call yourselves traders. Remember, 95% of people just want to give their money to a money manager and just take 5% a year and not have to worry about it. So again, these kind of days happen. So we're here, we're prepared for it, and we're here to stay on top of it. So let's go ahead and finish those rules real quick for the people that are new. So again, our strategy is based on a monthly and a daily chart. So what we're looking for first over here in the rules is we need a green dot on the monthly chart. Okay, the green dot on the monthly chart indicates that we are going up over a 1 to 6 month period. Okay, if you take a look at Bitcoin, the monthly dot has called the bottom of this thing. The last one, I mean, it's called it all the way back here since 2015. Okay, you were buying this dot here on BTC back in 2015. You were buying it around $230. This one came here in April at around 4,000, and this one came here January of 2023 at $18,000. The most recent one here came in November at about 64. And again, we've been going for a ride here over the last few months. So altcoin season normally starts when Bitcoin tops out and starts to sell off. So I think you're starting to see some of that right now with this big ugly candle here today. It's going to be really interesting to see how tomorrow plays out. If we get a big jump up tomorrow, and the chart can save itself. But if you're in Bitcoin, I would definitely set that stop loss at 96, because if 96 breaks, we can come back down here to 80 to 85 and then just wait for that green dot to re-enter there on Bitcoin. You can see this one came here in January at 94. Okay, and this one came here at 92. So that was a really nice trade. Okay, good about 15-20% trade. And now you can see there's some profit taking happening. So I would love to see Bitcoin pull back into that golden zone. But as you can see, again, the monthly chart, we absolutely need to have that thing be green on the monthly in order for us to want to add it to our watch list. Okay, you'll never see a name in my watch list that isn't green on the monthly chart. So if it has a red dot on the monthly chart, right, the trend is down. And as traders, we want to trade with the trend. Therefore, we want the direction to be going up. So Bitcoin's dot is still green on the monthly. And again, these candles form every single month. When you're looking at the monthly chart up here, a new month forms, a new candle forms, and that has the potential to flip the dot. And we're getting new candles here in February. Okay, so we're about 3-4 days away from new monthly candles here. So that means all the crypto, all the stocks, every single name is going to have a new monthly candle. And you can see Apple here, it's up today, but that has a red dot on the monthly as well. So that's a very, very interesting chart. Again, that QQQ gave the sell signal here today on the daily QQQ. This is the tech sector. Really ugly looking candle there with the dot. And also the SPY, the SPY. This is the S&P 500. This is the ETF that everybody loves, and it's very popular among institutional investors. That also has a sell signal today. So this is actually the top 500 stocks in the entire stock market, and it's giving you a red dot here today. It gave you one back here in December at about 608, and it ended up selling off to 570. So we're going to be here to stay on top of this, guys, but there are signals that are warning us that, hey, we could potentially be in for a bigger sell-off here. So again, set your stop losses. If you guys request your charts, I'll give you guys some levels that I think are important in your guys' names. I have my stop losses set on my names here. I did buy some more Snapchat today off of this dot. Okay, and I got that stop loss set right there at 10. So after the monthly dot, again, that monthly dot has to be on the chart. Then we look to the daily chart because, like I said, we are focused on a monthly and a daily here in this strategy. Again, we're not day traders, we're swing traders. The daily chart is where we look to enter. Okay, so the daily chart, for example, Snapchat today, green dot. Okay, green dot, we want to enter the day of the green dot, and we want to normally enter in or around the golden zone. So let me see if Link has a good example of this. So we should have been entering Link right here on the 2nd at about 20, and you should have been entering right here on the 15th around 19. Okay, 19, 20 bucks were our entries here on Chainlink. It went all the way up to 28, and now you see that red dot came. That was back there on, I believe that was Wednesday, and now she's selling off. So again, nothing emotional about it, right? We're just buying the day of the green dot as long as the monthly dot remains green, okay? And these green dots we want to buy when this blue wave is down here and we are inside of our golden zone. Okay, I know I touched on the golden zone a little bit, but that is the mean on our cheat sheet. Again, this is over in the Discord. The Discord is completely free to join, guys. You can join at overkillinvestingclub.com. We do have a paid version, but there is a lot of good free material over there. I got a free trading course over there and everything like that. So again, the mean is our golden zone. We want to buy as close to the mean as possible. Therefore, we want to buy in or around the golden zone. We're not buying up here. Okay, if you guys are hurting today, imagine the people that were buying up here at $30 back in December. Okay, they had to ride their portfolios all the way down to 50% down. Okay, this is just a little dip compared to that. So our goal is to not buy at premiums, right? We don't want to buy our groceries at a premium, at a 30% premium. So why would we buy our assets that we're trying to make money on and invest in at a premium? You can see Link was sitting at a 30% premium up at that point. Again, that is when we like to sell. When we get those red dots very extended off the golden zone like that. I trimmed some of my Link position right here at about 26, and I wish I would have trimmed more now, but I'm just going to look to average down on Chainlink on the next green dot here on the daily. We'll look to add to that position again until that green dot comes. We're either holding or we're setting a tight stop, and I actually did set a stop loss here today on Chainlink at $21. So if we can get a pump here by the end of the night or by the end of the day, right, and a pump tomorrow, like if we can just save these levels here we're selling off into, okay, we're fine. Okay, we're still in a good place. Obviously, this is a panic set. Like people are panic selling right now because a lot of these names are down 10, 15, 20% at the moment. But again, if you zoom out of the chart, like zoom out at Link, right? We were buying in this area and we were buying in this area. Okay, we weren't buying way up here. We're buying down here in this area. So we're like up on the position still, even down 7% today. So we are entering the day of the green dot. Okay, the day of the green dot, that is when we buy. We don't buy before it. We don't buy after it. We buy the day of the green dot. Okay, and again, it needs to be inside of the golden zone. So that equation is right here. Monthly dot plus daily green dot in or around the golden zone equals buy. And this thing right here, okay, we do not exceed more than 10% of our portfolio in any one trade. That means you do not put more than 10% of your entire portfolio in on one of these green dots. Okay, I see some people going all in on a dot, right? They have a $10,000 portfolio and they're putting in $10,000 on this dot. That's not the way we do this, okay? We want to be able to average down. We want ammo in the tank. I don't like to exceed 5%, 5 to 10%, okay? 10% is the max, but I never want to exceed more than 10%. You can add here, you can add here, you can add here in that situation. Rather than just trying to guess which one is the correct one, you can average in. Buy a little here, buy a little here, buy a little here, and then let it rip, okay? And then take profits right up in this area. That's our sell strategy. When the stochastic comes up here and touches that white dotted line, okay, when we're extended off of the golden zone, getting a red dot, great place to be taking profits, okay? Great place to be taking profits. Right now is not a great time to sell. Okay, right now is a great time to watch the level. Okay, we're bouncing on. Okay, for this one, chain link is 22. So I'd set it at $1 below that level. If it hits $21, I'm going to sell it and I'll buy back in down here somewhere on the next green dot. So that's the strategy, guys, in a nutshell. Remember, we're swing traders. We're not day traders. We can't get spooked by day-to-day price action. All of our investments are for 1 to 6 months out. Okay, when you look at a monthly chart, when one of these green dot comes, that normally means the next 1 to 6 months is going to be up. Okay, and you can see Chainlinks came right there in November at around 10. It went all the way up to $30. Okay, and this is only the 3rd month. So we're getting a new candle again on the monthly. It's going to be a very interesting stream on February 1st. We're going to get new monthly candles forming. So that's probably why we're getting all this volatility. We got a new month forming, right? The big guys, the institutional investors, the smart money, okay, they're not day traders, right? They're making investments based on the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, right? We shorten that a little bit and go 1 to 6 months, but the smart money guys, they're not day trading. They're not in here on the 15-minute chart trying to make decisions, right? They're zoomed out. They're looking at the monthly and they're looking at the daily and the longer term time frames. The monthly time frame is our friend because there's the most data on it. So there's the most data on a monthly chart, right? One candle is 1 month. Okay, these dots rarely come, right? They come in cycles of months to years. If you look at like a 15-minute chart here, look how many dots there are. Look how many decisions you have to make. Okay, we don't have to make that many decisions when we go for the long term and when we have a 1 to 6 month vision, right? Days like this, they suck, but right, they don't knock us out because again, we're only investing 5 to 10% of our portfolio on each dot, and we are timing our entries here, right? We want to buy the green dots, and once we go on the Ripski, okay, that's when we like to look to take profits. Right now, what are we doing? We're just going sideways. Okay, sideways price action. Okay, sideways means stealth phase, smart money phase. We're not buying the top. Okay, we're not buying way up here, okay, like everybody else. If you guys are hurting today, imagine buying this name, comp, at 140. Okay, it went from 140 all the way down to 65. Okay, that is not the goal. We're not buying up in this zone. We're buying either down here when we're going sideways, when things are kind of quiet. Again, sideways. Okay, sideways. Okay, we're not going down. We're not going up. We're just in a range. So we're watching that range and we're looking to enter again on the daily green dots. Do the monthly dots come on the 1st of the month? So for crypto, they'll come on the 31st. So today is going to be what? The 27th. So crypto candles will form here on the 31st, which will be a Friday. Okay, which will be Friday. So we'll get new crypto candles then. Okay, and we'll have to wait till the 3rd of January to get the new stock market candles because the stock market is closed Saturday, Sunday. So we'll get new February candles on the stock market there on the 3rd. But crypto candles, crypto's open 24/7. So those will form Friday the 31st. That's going to be at again 4. It's going to be 4 p.m. Pacific time. 4 p.m. Pacific time. We'll get the February candles for crypto there on the 31st. And again, we'll get the stock ones there on Monday the 3rd at market open. What version of TradingView are you using? I'm on the Essential plan. So they have 3 different plans. Actually, I'm sorry, I'm on the premium plan, Emily. The premium plan gives you the more layouts and the opportunity to set more alerts on the indicator. So the indicator, we can set up alerts on this thing, and it will actually notify us when these dots print. So if you're on the premium, I think you can have up to 400. If you're on the essential, I think you can have 100. But the essential one's a good one to start with. The essential one's a really good one to start with. And that one will give you the ability to set, I believe, 100. And you'll have the ability to use the indicator as well on that essential plan. So if you guys do want the trading indicator, that link is right over here inside of the Discord. You just click on this trading indicator link. You click on this, and everything on my screen loads up. You get the golden zone, you get the 9 EMA, and you get the waves down here with the green and red dots. Everything you see on my screen will load directly into your TradingView account in just a couple of clicks. And again, you do need that essential plan in order for those to work. Diana says ETH. Let's cover some ETH here for you guys. If you guys got chart requests, just drop your watch list in chat. I'd be happy to answer some today. I know today's pretty bloody in crypto, but ETH is still holding on to our $2,900 level there at the bottom of that golden zone. It gave you a red one yesterday and sold off here today. So I'd set that stop loss at 2,900, and then I would look for a green dot to re-enter. So if this thing can hold on to 2,900, nothing's hurt. But if 2,900 breaks, we can expect this thing to sell off maybe down here to 26 or 24, and then we can look for an entry again if that level were to break. But I'd be looking for ETH. I'd be looking to add again on the next daily dot because, again, the monthly's still green here. The monthly's still green and pointing up, so there's nothing to worry about, right? Again, we're long-term investors. We're thinking 1 to 6 months out. Okay, we're not thinking about today or tomorrow. We're thinking 1 to 6 months out. And again, looking to you can enter again once you get the green dot position. But once again, guys, I really want to reiterate this rule right here. Very, very important not to exceed 10% of your total portfolio in any one trade. And what I mean by that is if you have a calculator, okay, say you have a $10,000 portfolio, okay, and I multiply that by 0.1, which represents 10%. So I would never want to exceed $1,000 on any one trade. Right, on any one, like if you guys took Ethereum right here at 33, you should have only put in 10% of your portfolio. You should have only entered in 1,000, and 10 is just the max. You can do 2.5, you could do 5%, but 10% is the max. You never want to go all in on a position, right? Because then you get a day like today and you freak out because you're down 10%. You don't have to freak out if you're dollar cost averaging in. If this thing goes back down and gives you another green dot at 2,900 and you were buying right here at 33, your average is going to be 31. Okay, your average price will be 31 if you bought it again down here off a green dot. So I only like to average down when I'm down anywhere from 15 to 20% on a position. Okay, and again, we're thinking long term. So Trump's actually buying Ethereum. I mean, it's his largest holding, so that's the one he's betting on. And again, as long as the last dot is green here on the monthly, we don't really have anything to worry about, guys. And we're going to get those new candles here in just a little bit. Let's answer some chart requests over here from the Discord. Let's go to the top here. We had a session on Friday that we went over your guys' requests. You guys can watch that in case you missed it. We also dropped a watch list here on Friday. That was right here in the Discord. The watch list. These were the names we were watching this week. And obviously, big sell-off today, so there's going to be some opportunities here in the coming weeks to either average down on positions or take entries. If I've been sitting on the sidelines for a while, I'd be happy with a day like today. You're getting really cheap prices compared to yesterday. I mean, look at DOT. I got stopped out on DOT, but that thing's down 7% today. AVAX is down 7%. Doge is down 4%. Chainlink is down 7%. This is another one Trump's buying. This is one of his holdings as well. Okay, nice move up. Again, we were entering down here off the dot back there on the 15th at 19. It went all the way up to 28, guys. That was a nice trade. That was a 40% racker. Okay, 40% on the trade right there. And now obviously there's some profit taken. We'll see if Chainlink can hold that 22 level. That's going to be a big level to hold there. If that breaks down, we could see it back down there at 18. But that's the level on that $21 is my stop loss on Chainlink. That's just $1 below that level right there, the top of the golden zone. All right, chart requests over here. Let's start them out. And if you guys have these throughout the week, just drop them over here. We're doing live sessions Monday through Friday, answering your guys' charts and taking your questions as well. XYO is going to be the first one here. XYO, first thing we're looking at is the monthly. That thing is green. Okay, so now we zoom into the daily, and we're looking for these daily dots to enter on. So XYO looks good here off the dot. I would just make sure that thing holds. Let me take this counter off here so you guys can see these levels. Okay, so XYO needs to hold this level right here at 0.013. Okay, boom, green dot there on Sunday. As long as we can hold 0.013, that looks good. So I would set a stop loss at that level if you're playing it, and I would just hold this thing, okay, as long as the last dot remains green there on the daily. But the monthly, again, nice big move up to 5 cents, pulled back, and it's giving you the dots right here at the bottom of the golden zone. So your entry should have been yesterday, and your stop loss should be right there at 0.013. Let's see here. Bonk, B-O-N-K. This thing's probably getting clobbered too. Yep, it's selling off big. You can see that level right there is where it's bounced the last 2 times here, right here in December and right here in January. So that level's going to be big, okay, and that looks like it probably wants to break it. I don't like bonk here. I just wait for the next green dot there on the daily. Your stop loss should have been right here around 0.026 off that dot. Again, we want to set our stop losses at the bottom of the green dot we enter on. So if that hits, right, you're going to be down 3-4%. Okay, it did have a nice run up, but now that that's hit, okay, let's be careful there and just wait for confirmation. They're on bonk. And I think the monthly is still, monthly might be red on that one. You got a red candle there on the monthly. So that's going to be a really big level at 0.000024. It's a meme coin, so obviously very low market cap. We got TRX. There's another one in Trump's portfolio here, just going sideways here. So again, sideways is good. Sideways is not bad. This monthly chart has just absolutely been roaring here. And the daily chart's giving you a red one here today. So I would just make sure this one hangs on to 20 cents. 20 cents is your stop loss. And I would just look to add again on the next green dot. Your entry should have came back down here at around 23 cents off the dot. Went up to about 26. But again, still going sideways here. So you got the red one today. Okay, you could even move this stop loss up a bit if you want to at around 22 or 21. Okay, and I just be watching the dots here. Watch for the next green dot. If that thing comes above that 21 cent level, you should get a really nice bounce on this. But the monthly chart seems to be still fine. Still fine above 21 cents. Put a stop loss there at 21 off the red there. Okay, if a red dot comes, you guys have to determine a stop loss level. If you see a red dot on the daily chart, you have to put a stop in. Does that make sense? You have to, if this 21 cent level breaks, right, this level where we bounced right here, okay, if that breaks, you're going to be in trouble, okay? That means it could come down to 15 cents, right? And all you have to do is just rebuy back in at 15 cents. You're not holding that all the way down. You're exiting when that stop hits and re-entering on the daily green, okay, as long as the monthly green holds. So stop losses are important, right? We're watching the levels here, and the level to watch is where we bounce, okay? And we bounce right there at 21 on TRX. So let's take a look at Doge. And if we can get this video to 100 likes, guys, I'll give away 200 Bitcoin here on the stream. 200 whole Bitcoins. No, $200 worth of Bitcoin. We have a giveaway going on over here in the Discord for 100. That will be drawn here tomorrow. Okay, that was from Friday's stream. We ended up getting to 100 likes, so I appreciate you guys smashing like. It really helps the channel, helps the algorithm and everything. But I'll do another giveaway, and this time I'll do 200, but we have to do it on stream. We have to get the 100 likes here on stream for that giveaway. If we can get to 100 on the replay, I'll give away $100 worth of Bitcoin once again. We got Doge. Doge has just gone for a ride. You can see that monthly dot came there in October at 10. Boom, all the way up to 48. That was a 400% move. We called that out there in the Discord there in October at 10 cents, and that thing just went for an absolute ride. And now she's just chopping around here. So, again, really ugly candle here today. I would set a stop loss here at 30 cents. If 30 cents breaks, we could likely see this back down here at 25. Again, just watching for that green daily dot. 30 cents is going to be a big level. I'd put your stop there on Dodge. And if that breaks, again, just look to enter on the next daily. Probably will come around 25 or 20 cents if 30 is going to break here. So 30 cents, big level to watch there on Doge. Let's take a look at SHIB. Shiba Inu. Also, really ugly break there of support. Okay, it broke that support level again where we wicked down to back here in December at 0.00018. Let's check the monthly real quick. Monthly still green. Okay, so if you're still in the position, I put a stop loss right there at the bottom of today's candle. Again, waiting on that green dot confirmation. This red dot came back here in January. Wouldn't have, sorry, that was last week on the 19th, about 10 days ago or 8 days ago. Okay, you could have took some off the table there, but this is an ugly break. I do not like this break. So, yeah, watch for that green dot. Hopefully we can save this level down here. You can see there's support down here. We bounced a couple times right there at 0.000015. Okay, so that's obviously another big level here. If you get a green dot around that level, that might be a good place to average down on your position. You can see we got the green dots back here in October at 0.00017, one right there at 0.0017, and then we lift it off. So there's some demand down here. There's some smart money down here. You can see we bounced 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Okay, we're going in for the 6th time here at 0.00015, that level. So that's the one to watch for a bounce. I just wait for that green dot there on SHIB. Here's Trump. Okay, Trump pretty much wrecked the whole market with his meme coin here. I mean, the hype was real. I mean, if you guys were in the channel, I mean, everybody was talking about it. Everybody was just flooding to it. Okay, once again, when they're screaming about it, when they're talking about it, when they're yelling from the mountaintop, buy, 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 okay, that's when, boom, we get despair, we get this dip, we get capitulation. Okay, not good, not fun for anybody. Okay, Trump, again, gave you the green dot here. It's only a 4 hour, so it's brand new. So if you guys can't see data on your indicator, it's because it hasn't been out long enough, right? Trump coin's only been out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days. The thing went to $80 on the first day. It's sitting at 26. So I think the first green dot on this asset is going to be a good one. I just don't know where that's going to come, right? I don't know where the green dot's going to come. I think it'll probably come around $10 to $20. I really like Trump coin around $10 to $20, but this thing, ever since this thing got released, the market just completely took a turn. I mean, you're talking about up here at $77 all the way down to, like, everybody was buying this up here at $80, right? Everybody was screaming on Twitter, buy, 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 buy. Guys, that's why I created this channel, is so people don't get knocked like this. Okay, that's a 68% drop. If you put in $10,000 up here, you're down $6,700. You now have $3,300 after you invested 10 up here. And it's sad because I see people on Twitter saying they put their mortgages and stuff on this. You should never take a mortgage out on your home to buy something like this, guys. Never. Okay, never do that. Invest with what you can afford to lose. Okay, life's a lot easier when you only invest what you can afford to lose. Okay, if you're over leveraging yourself, you're probably very emotional on a day like today if you're over leveraged. Okay, because days like today wipe people out, dude. Look at this. Okay, where were the liquidations? You see, almost $1 billion got liquidated today. Okay, that's all people using leverage. Okay, that's all people using leverage. And sorry, one sec here. I gotta turn my Bluetooth off. Okay, if you're over leveraged, okay, you're probably very emotional about your trades. If you're investing more than you can afford to lose, you are probably very emotional about your trades in days like today. But this is where people get hurt. Okay, when you see this kind of stuff, right? Nvidia down 13%, erasing $500 billion in market value. Okay, this wasn't because AI just came out in China. This is because somebody sold $500 billion worth of stock, guys. Okay, that could be an owner, that could be anybody, right? These companies are owned by the smart money. The smart money is going to be your politicians, your hedge funds, right? Your investment firms, right? These people are the smart money. They know what's going to happen before us. A $500 billion sell-off, doesn't happen because some kind of software comes out in China. No, buying and selling is what moves the market. Meaning somebody, some kind of smart money just sold $500 billion worth of NVIDIA stock. That is why it's down 13%. It's not because of the deep, whatever the hell that thing is. What's the stupid China thing going around right now called? I don't even know. I don't know why it's not in here, because everybody was talking about it. Everybody and their mother was talking about it. Yeah, some kind of deep value or something, some weird chat GPT over in China. And that's why that's what everyone thinks this thing, DeepSeek. Okay, it's China, the Chinese chat GPT. And everyone's saying this is why the market's selling off. The market is selling off because the smart money is selling right now. They're taking some profits, right? Smart money's buying XRP down here at 50 cents. They're not buying it up here at $3. Retail's buying up here. Okay, and now smart money's taking profits and selling to retail up here because, again, if you think about the market, guys, there's always a buyer and there's always a seller, right? There's always a buyer and there's always a seller. Okay, so the smart money can't sell up here unless the retail is buying. Does that make sense? Okay, and retail, right? They're the ones buying here when everyone else is talking about it. They're the ones buying Trump coin up here at $80, right? And then Trump and all his friends are selling to the retail, making billions of dollars, and you guys get sold off, okay? The smart money, okay, you guys want to differentiate yourself, right? You don't want to be these guys buying up here and then sitting through this. You don't want to sit through a dip like this. Again, that's why I started this channel, okay? Technical analysis can save you from that, from sitting through these big old dips, okay? Because no one wants to sit through this. Okay, no one wants to sit in despair. Okay, so if you guys have questions about investing, I have blown up accounts before. Okay, I've been trading for 8 years. Okay, and I made these rules because I learned my lessons. Right, that rule that I have over here that I added in for you guys on the trading rules. This one right here, we do not exceed 10% of our total portfolio on any one trade. Okay, that's huge. That's huge, because if you're going all in on Trump coin at $80, where'd we go? Okay, if you're going all in up here at $80, okay, you just blew up your account. It's over, right? But if you only put in 10% up here, guess what? You can average in. You can buy another 10% down here. So if you bought up here at 80 and down here at 25, your average should be somewhere around 40 instead of up here at 80. Right, so that's the gist of that 10% rule. And I like to add in 5% increments. 5% is my favorite number. Okay, but 10% is the max. 10% is the max you should be going in on one of these daily dots, right? On one of these daily dots here. Never exceeding 10%. That is a huge rule. Okay, that I think will save a lot of you guys some trouble and some heartache. Okay, because right now I'm not even panicking with these names down, right? Because I got money in the bank ready to buy again on the next green dot, because I didn't go all in down here, right? I bought here, sold a little here, and now I'm looking to rinse and repeat that strategy because I know that the macro trend, right, the monthly chart on Chainlink is up right now. And until I get a red dot on the monthly chart of Chainlink, I don't have anything to worry about. I'm thinking 1 to 6 months down the road on these positions. Okay, and if I get a red dot, well, that's when I need to sell on the monthly. Okay, that's when I need to make a decision, because I don't want to sit through this, right? Red dot comes, what happens? Down, 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 down. Red dot comes, what happens? Down, 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 down. Green dot comes, what happens? Up, 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 up. Green dot happens, what happens? Green dot comes, what happens? Up, 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 up. Okay, so the monthly chart is the most important with this strategy, guys. And again, we're not day traders. So again, days like this happen, but again, all our positions we should be thinking 1 to 6 months down the road. We should be thinking about, okay, what level should we average down at? Okay, what level should we add again at? Because we're not all in. We're not blowing our whole portfolio on the first green dot that we get. We're averaging in here, and we're going to get another opportunity to average in again here on Chainlink. And we are getting a little bit of a bounce here too. T-Toka says, tired of these damn 1% manipulate. Yeah, it's the crypto market is very much manipulated, guys. It's a lot more manipulated than the stock market because it's a lot less capitalized. So market manipulation does happen. We just, again, got to zoom out of the chart and see that, hey, yeah, we're down 6% today, but look at the scheme of things. We were just down here on Chainlink at $17 2 weeks ago. It's sitting at 23 right now, okay? What are we worried about, okay? Same thing with all these other names. Okay, we're still above. A lot of these names are still above the lows. You can see comp's kind of breaking down here. I set my stop on comp at 64 today. That's just where we bounce there. If you look at a 4 hour, we're trying to bounce on that level. If 64 breaks, I'm probably going to sell this thing. Yeah, so 64 is a big level for comp there. What else we got over here in the chart requests? We got AMPX. That one's got a red one today. This one needs to hold on to $3. I'd set a stop loss right there at $3. Okay, that one's still green on the monthly too. I like that one above 3. Okay, and you could even set it a little bit below that at like 280 if you want. That's the low of that candle. 280 is going to be a big level, and you need to set that because you do got the red dot here today. SES. This looks like an AI. SES AI Corporation. This one needs to hold on right down here to these lows at 71. You got the green dot, it looks like, on this candle here. You can even move it up a little bit here to $1 on the stop on SES, but that looks like an AI company. Obviously, AI is a very new trending thing. This one's sitting at $1. It's got a green dot there on the monthly. Okay, very, very low market cap, high risk here. Let's look this one up. So if you guys are in the Discord, you also get access to this research tool here. So if I type in /info, I could type in the ticker. So this ticker was SES. And sometimes you have to look for it. One sec here. Was that the right ticker? SES AI Corporation. So let's see if it's even on this thing yet. SES AI Corporation. Okay, normally it works, but with these penny stocks, sometimes it doesn't show up just because they're such a new coin or they're just not legitimized yet. So you can't see this one. You'd have to look that one up on the internet or something. But 9.5 times out of 10, this thing is going to be able to identify your name if you're wanting to learn more about it. But this looks interesting with a stop loss at $1 here on SES. Again, these AI plays are very, very low market cap. So just make sure that one holds $1. We got Super from Haka. I'm going to guess these alts are just getting destroyed today. Yeah. Yeah, you got the red dot right there back on Sunday. That was around 130. Your stop loss should have been right there at around $1. When $1 broke, I would have sold that thing. And I believe that one's probably flipping there on the monthly too. You can see red candle there on the monthly. So I personally would have been stopped out here at $1 off of that low. And that green dot needs to come before I would think about re-entering on that. WGS. WGS is bouncing right here off 69. I'm going to guess this one's, yep, nice monthly chart looking here, right? Just straight up. Lots of volume coming into this. Gene DX Holdings. Looks pretty interesting. So let's see if this one's on that research tool here. So WSG was the ticker. So I type in /info, hit enter. WSG. Was this one really not on it too? Was that the ticker? Oh my gosh. This has never happened before. WGS. My dyslexia kind of kicks my ass sometimes. There it is. So this one is a genetics company. So they're Gene DX. So they're a genetics company providing personalized and actionable health insights to inform diagnosis, direct treatment, and improve drug discovery. They're a $2 million. Is that 2 million or 2 billion? That's a $2 billion market cap. So they got 1,000 employees. They're based in, looks like Connecticut. And you can see all their price and everything that they do. You can also click on this and it will load a new site where you can actually go to their website there and check them out. But that one looks like an interesting play as long as this thing holds on to 66. As long as 66 holds, you should be good here on WGS. J&J, Johnson & Johnson. Yeah, exactly, Doc. Exactly. Okay. The bigger the dip, the bigger the rip, right? J&J is still red on the monthly here. So, again, we don't buy things that are red here on the monthly. So be careful with J&J. Let me look at the daily for you. Okay, but the daily is kind of moving here. So if tech sells off, you could see healthcare companies start to go up because people sell tech and they'll go into something a little less risky like healthcare or like oil and gas or gold and silver, right, with tech selling off. So it'll be interesting to see what they rotate into. And again, we get those new monthly candles in February, so that'll be interesting on J&J. It had a green dot there, looks like on Friday, and a really nice move today. So healthcare could be the trade here over the next couple of weeks, but I just don't like this one because of that monthly dot being red. You can see it's in a downtrend here, and the guy in charge of the healthcare system now, what's his name? Kennedy. He's going to be really hard on these companies, I'm pretty sure. The pharmaceutical companies, at least. MKS is red here on the monthly. I would be selling that one. MSFT, this is Microsoft. Microsoft's still red on the monthly. That's an ugly daily candle too, man. I'd set a stop loss. I'd consider selling some here today, but I'd put a stop loss right there at 420. 420's got to be the stop loss there on Microsoft with that red dot. They got earnings this week too. Lots of big earnings reporting this week. You got, I mean, you're talking Tesla, Apple, Nvidia, Microsoft. All these big names are reporting their earnings. So that's important because names move really big off of earnings reports. Okay, that's normally when big moves happen on stocks. So something to keep in mind, right? Microsoft, if you guys are thinking about taking any new positions, know that they have earnings on Wednesday, and if they miss their earnings, you could see a substantial sell-off. If they beat their earnings, you could see a substantial pump. So I never really like to take positions until after earnings. If I do want to take one, I'll normally do 50% of what I wanted to put in beforehand and 50% after. That's why you don't get caught, right? So keep that in mind. They got earnings on Wednesday, but I would put that stop loss right there at 520 on Microsoft here today off that daily red dot. SSE. Are these even SSE? I think you're probably talking about the crypto. Okay, that thing got absolutely clobbered here. Okay, no idea what this thing is, but it looks like a big rug pull. It's trying to bounce there off of like a penny, but that's really all I can tell you. You got the green dot there. Put a stop loss at 0.0001. We got some crypto here, SUI, XLM, and XRP. SUI, again, getting hit hard. I was telling you guys, take some profits up here. Again, when you get that extension off the golden zone like that, when you get up there in profit-taking territory, that's when you want to start taking profits. Now that we have the sell-off here into the golden zone, we can start paying attention to this one. The monthly is still green and pointing up. I'd just be waiting on the daily green dot to make a decision here. Again, up here, off of the golden zone here, off of our mean. Okay, this is where we want to be taking some off. You got that red dot right there, that far off the golden zone. That's a great place to be taking profits. This has had a really nice move over the last, I want to say, probably 5 months. Down here at 80 cents, it went all the way up here to 5. Okay, so that's about an 800% move. Again, when you're that far off the golden zone, you want to take some profits. Now this thing is selling off. Smart money's taking profits. Watch for this one to come down here to like 2.5 to 3. I think that'd be a good place to start taking positions, but we won't really know until we get that daily green dot. So wait for that confirmation there. We got XLM. XLM also selling off here today, just like everything else. Just waiting on the green dot for XLM. The monthly is still green. But another name that just had a really massive move here. Again, you get that extension here up at 65. That's where you need to start taking profits. You can see the separation there off the golden zone. That was a massive, massive move. 42% off of the golden zone there. Pulled back into it. We had some opportunities to enter down here. Again, we're buying the daily green dots down here, right on the wave. You had an opportunity to buy it at 35 there. Had an opportunity to buy it around 33 there. You're actually still up on the position if you were entering here. But with that red dot there coming in January, this thing could continue to go down, right? We don't know about the direction reversal until we get the next green dot. So I don't know where this thing's going to bounce. Okay, I do not know where this thing's going to bounce, but I would be looking to average down on the next daily green dot. So don't rush in and think this is the bottom here until you get that green dot. Then you can set up your trade. Okay, but you should have been taking some off here up at 50 off of that red dot. And now it's coming down into 35. If this comes down to like the $30 range, I think that'd be a great entry. But again, we won't know till we get that daily green dot. And again, the monthly is still green. So we are still pointing up. But you can see how this thing moves, right? I mean, it just big old move up, big old move down, big old move up. The only question right now is the move over? That's the question. So it'll be interesting to see where the green dot comes. The green dot on XLM will be called out over here in the alert section. If you guys are a member of the Discord, you guys get all the daily and the monthly green dots called out over here inside of the alerts section. So XLM is on the watch list, so that one will be called out over here inside the Discord. Let's take one from the chat here for BITF from Sunshine Shawnee. What's up, my brother? BITF, that's red on the monthly, so I would not touch that one. Would not touch that one. Timothy says GME. Here, guys, give me 1 second. My wife's calling me. So Bitfarm, again, red dot here on the monthly. So we do not want to touch it, right? We don't buy things that are red here on the monthly. So I just wouldn't touch that. We got GME. Welcome, brother. Welcome to the channel. Again, those rules, if you missed the beginning of this video, you'll be able to rewatch the replay, but our rules are right over here. So that first rule is that we need that green dot on the monthly chart. Okay, the monthly chart is up here. Okay, right here under the M. You can see how GME has a green dot on the monthly chart here. Okay, so now we want to zoom in here to the daily, and we want to enter on these daily green dots. So you see we got an entry there on GME. That was last week. This red one right here is coming today, so we need to set that stop loss on GME at 26. If 26 breaks, this green dot was a liar, and we simply just wait for the next green dot to get back in after 26 breaks. So your stop loss on GME needs to be 26 there, Timothy. Ali says, what are your indicators? The indicators can be downloaded right here in the indicator tab. Okay, this is my entire trade layout. So if you guys are new to the channel, you can download it over there. It's just a couple of clicks, and everything you see on my screen, the red and green dots, the stochastic RSI, the golden zone, the 9EME, everything all loads up into your TradingView account. You guys can use the same exact indications here that we're talking about here today. What else we got here? SSE, XRP. XRP selling off here too today, up at 290. This one, I put a stop right there at 250. 250, but I told you guys to take some off on Friday. Okay, we got that red dot way up there last Sunday at 330. Again, that far off of our golden zone. Again, guys, the golden zone is that cheat sheet, right? The mean. The mean is the average. Okay, you guys probably learned that in like grade school. The only way we know we're getting something at a fair price is that if we're buying at the average. This is a Fibonacci retracement tool that we use here, and the golden zone is literally the 0.038 to 0.61, so 38 to 61% retracement. I know that's probably over some of your heads if you guys are new, but I have a free trading course over here. That talks about the golden zone here. Okay, you guys can watch all these videos. There's like 7 videos. This is also a really good video on understanding the Fibonacci tool. This is not my video, but this guy explains it really, really well. So I'd recommend if you guys are new watching this trading course, and you guys can kind of follow along with how we approach these entries and these exits. But XRP, again, gave you the red dot there last Sunday. Would have been a great place to take some off around 325. It's sitting at 391 right now. I wouldn't be looking to buy XRP until we get that next green dot, just like we did right here on the 11th at 230, and that thing went for a ride. Okay, so waiting on the green dot there. I like the stochastic getting lower here, so just watching this one for that daily green dot. And again, the monthly is still green, so we're watching this thing like a hawk. I'd set a stop loss at 250 though. If 250 breaks, the bears are in control there. So 250 is a big level for XRP here. We got ABAT, ABAT. It's going to be a stock. That thing's ugly. American Battery Technology Company. If you want to play the monthly, you could play it here at $1.31. If you think that thing's going to go to 70, that would be awesome. But these penny stocks, guys, the strategy doesn't work very well. It works, but it's just like I'd rather trade capitalized names. You see NIO, the car maker here, red on the monthly. We're not touching that one. Charge BP. Let's see here. It's Charge PT. PT. I don't know. You guys got to drop the tickers for me. I don't see that one OKLO. Like a stock. Someone was talking about this the other day. I don't know what they do, but the monthly looks really good. Big sell off today. So watch for that one to pull back here into the golden zone. If you could buy that one at like 20, I think that'd be excellent. But you got a red dot here today. You had that big separation off the golden zone. They're at 44 the other day, but you're getting the sell signal here today. So I would set a stop loss on this one at 28 if you're still holding it, and hope we get a bounce tomorrow. But just doesn't look good, right? Doesn't look good with the red dot. 28 needs to be your stop loss there. And if that thing comes down to like 20 to 24, I think that'd be an excellent place to take a position there. TARS AI. TARS AI is in the golden zone right now. We're just missing the green dot confirmation. So wait for the green dot there on the daily chart. Monthly chart's still green and pointing up. We just need that green dot confirmation. Watch for this thing to bounce off of like $20. 20 cents. Coney, C-O-N-Y. This one has a red dot here today as well. So the level to watch on this one's going to be 12. You want that one to hold $12. $12 is a big, big level on Coney. Okay, you got the red dot today. Stochastic is touching the white dotted line. Again, that's normally where we like to take some off the table. $12 is a big level. That's the bottom of the candle. We got that green dot on right there at 12. You want to make sure that level holds. Ugly, ugly candle today. SOUN. That one got clapped today too. AI took a hit off that news, but the trade is still on. Okay, the green dot came right here on Friday of last week. That was at 13. So we set a stop loss at 12 on this one. So as long as $12 can hold, you're probably all right. You could even move it up a little bit to like 12.40, but I'd set it at 12. And if 12 breaks, I'd sell it. Again, we'll see tomorrow if we can get a bounce here. This is a really ugly candle. We got another hour of the market being open. So as long as 12 holds, I like SOUN. Again, your entry should have been right here on Friday at around $14, and you're sitting at about even right now. So if you got in at 14 off the dot, you're at about a break-even trade at the moment. If you bought up here at 18, obviously you're down some. But I would use that $12 level as your stop loss. You could even move it up to 13 if you want, but I think 12 is going to be the true one. If it breaks 12, sell it and rebuy it back down at like 10. But red dot, you got to set a stop loss, right? You got to put the stop loss on the chart if you get the red dot on the daily. And I would set it anywhere from 12.50 to 12. 12 would be the less conservative area there on SOUN. It's an AI stock there. You got CCL, Carnival Cruise Lines here. What's up, Doretto? Carnival Cruise Lines is looking like it wants to sell off here too. Okay, this one, again, look at the extension off of the golden zone here from 25 down to, you're talking about a 14% premium. Again, guys, if we want to buy at a fair price, just like we want to buy our groceries at a fair price and our gas at a fair price, we don't want to be buying at premiums. Right now, this name's sitting at a 15% premium. So you had an entry opportunity right there at 24, but it didn't really run very big because, again, we're sitting that far off of the golden zone. We want to buy this like dramatic pullback, right? 14. This green dot was epic down here in August. Right there at 13. Just ripped. 100% move right there. Big move. Okay, so this far off, I'd be selling this name. I'd be selling CCL today. BHC, healthcare. This one looks good. I think healthcare stocks are gonna perform very well this week. I think people are rotating out of tech and stuff, going into something safer like something like healthcare. Right? Healthcare is a different sector than tech. So if tech's gonna sell off, where's that money gonna go? Could go into healthcare. That one got the green dot there on Wednesday at 750. Monthly chart is, the dot is green here. So you just want this one to hold on to the bottom of this low right here at 7. Put the stop loss at $7 and let that thing ride. LCID. LCID needs a stop loss right there at 250, but this one's probably, it is green on the monthly. This is Lucid. This is a car maker. So 250 big level. You don't got the green dot confirmation yet. I would wait for that confirmation. Okay, if you're in the position, you should set a stop loss at 250 there on Lucid. DGen. DGen has a green dot here on the daily, but this one is just ugly on the monthly, right? Ugly monthly candle there. I don't like it. PayPal. PayPal is green on the monthly still. What's this one doing today? This one's hardly selling off here. This is just a really strong trend. I'm waiting for PayPal to pull back into the golden zone. I want to buy it in the golden zone, but not up here. They got earnings coming up there on the 4th. It's got a red dot, so you want to set your stop loss somewhere probably around, I'm going to say $86 on this one. Okay, the monthly chart looks really strong, though. That earnings would be a gamble to hold into, though. That's on the 4th of February. And again, guys, if we can get this video to 100 likes, I'll give away $100 worth of Bitcoin. If we can get this video to 100 likes here on stream or on the replay. We can do the replay, too. If we can get it to 100 likes on stream, I'll give away $200 worth of Bitcoin. We got Hood. Hood is selling off here. I'd sell Hood. Look at that premium. Just massive. Okay. Massive premium. I want to buy this thing closer to 36 or 32. Very good company. They're obviously making a ton of money off of crypto with all their fees and stuff, but $36 is going to be a big level. You got the red dot yesterday. I'm sorry, that was Friday. I'd be taking profits right here on Hood. Okay. That's at a massive premium right now. Time to buy was like right down here at 24. Okay, you got the red one here today with that extension off of the golden zone. I'm thinking this one comes back down to around 36. We got QULR from Score. Ava USD. I'll check that one for you here in a sec, D&D. If you guys got chart requests on the live, just drop them in chat there. QULR. It looks like another penny stock. You guys like the penny stock, don't you? This one needs a stop at 180. 180 is the bottom of this low right here. Make sure that holds. I believe the green dot should be on the monthly. Yes, it is on the monthly. You're just going to want to make sure this one holds 180 here, buddy. You said AVA USD. I guess you're talking about this one here. This one needs to hold 118. Traveled.com. Is that what you're talking about? Stop loss at 115. Green dot there on the monthly still. You just need to make sure that one holds 115. Kelly says HMBL. Humble. This one needs to hold 0.000005. You guys love these penny stocks, don't you? This one just needs to hold that level right there. Okay, that had a massive move up. Big old sell-off. Looks like a rug pull to me. I personally wouldn't touch it. What does that one do, Kelly? Render, RNDR. Render's selling off here too. Stop loss level hit right there. Again, another one name you're going to want to watch here into the end of the month. Looks like the candle is flipped to red here. We got about a week to save these monthly charts, but I'd put the stop loss right at the bottom of today's low at like 580. Again, you need that green dot confirmation. This one could sell off back down here to 5. If it comes back down to 5 and gives you a green dot, I would buy it again. XCN. It's a crypto app. Oh, interesting. Looks like you can't even trade it on the NASDAQ, though. Looks like it's not tradable on the NASDAQ. It's an OTC stock. So that's very interesting. Looks like it went all the way up to 7 back in the day. But big volume came in there, and then it sold off. So I just make sure, like I said, that 0.0005 level holds on that one. We got XCN. XCN, I told you guys to sell this like 2-3 days ago, maybe yesterday. Again, get the major extension up there at 5 cents. Now it's down 50% here off of the high. Okay, 50% off of the high here. You got the red dot on the daily. I'd be taking profits. Hopefully you took some up here at 4. Again, if you were entering down here at around 0.0002. You're up 10x right now. You 10x your investment right now. So again, red dot, I would sell it if it was me. I'd be taking my profits there. But again, it's just my advice, guys. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I just look at the charts. When we get this far off of the golden zone, you guys could see the golden zone down here. This was sitting at a 52% premium. Again, that's like going to the grocery store and buying your groceries at a 52% premium if you're buying it up here at 5 cents. Okay, sold all the way off. Okay, back down into the golden zone. We're sitting next to it. So with the red dot, I would use a stop loss probably right there at around 0.023. But if you're not selling some up here, like if you're entering on the day of the green dot right here at 0.002, you made 1,000%. That's insane. Okay, so if you're not taking some off the table at that point, you're being greedy. Okay, and we don't want to be greedy. We want to take profits and we want to go look for the next trade. We got WIF, WIF. WIF's just selling off hard right now. I'm going to guess this one's red on the monthly. Yeah. Big, ugly red candle there on the monthly. So you're going to want to, we need a lot of volume to come in. We need to break back over that 9 EMA. Again, we got stopped out right here at point. You should have been stopped out right there at 0.75 and stopped out again right here at 0.146. Okay, your entry was right here at 0.15, ripped up the 2, and then sold off. This thing's just getting freaking hammered right now. We're at a pretty important level that we bounced at right here back in August. So I put a stop loss if you're still holding this one at $1. $1 on the stop loss for WIF. Nice job, Isaac. 800% profit, dude. If you complain about that, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, man. You're not going to find that in real estate. You're not going to get that anywhere. You're not going to find that in crypto or anything. Shale. Sorry, I can't say. I don't know if I could say your name. I'm just going to say Silva. Oil. Are you talking about crude oil? Oil is green on the monthly. Green dot. Are you talking about crude oil? Oil futures. Yeah, green on. So like I said, I think people are going to rotate out of tech and go into things like oil and healthcare right now, right? That's probably the trade. But what I would wait for on this one, Silva, is the green dot here on the daily. So yes, you got that green dot there on the monthly. Wonderful. Now we want to move into the daily and we want to wait for the daily green dot the day of, right? Because this thing's selling off right now. There's no telling where it's going to bounce. We can get a better idea where it's going to bounce when that green dot comes there on the daily. Like we got back there in December, $69, boom, all the way up to 79. Beautiful trade. So just wait for that confirmation there on oil here. Who else we got here? WIF, we covered Velodrome. That's awesome. You made 800%, dude. That's an amazing trade. I think my best trade ever was like 340%. So 800%. That's awesome, dude. Congrats. Velo's still selling off. You got a red dot here today. So once again, just markets are, people are in despair right now, guys. People are in despair. You can either panic and panic sell, or you can just wait till things calm down, wait till we stabilize, and wait till we get another green dot. So, I mean, if you weren't stopped out right here off this on Velo, okay, I would just continue to probably hold this one because we'll most likely come back down here to bounce at like 6 cents or maybe even right here at 8. And yeah, I just wait for a green dot if you want to re-enter this one. But again, you got a red monthly candle there. So that's something to think about. And we're way below the golden zone right now. So you're technically getting things on a discount when it's below the golden zone, right? So you're getting it at like a 10 to 20% discount down here. Okay, I like to buy around the average, around the mean. When we're below the golden zone, that just normally means we're in a downtrend. Okay, the trend is down. When we're up above it and bouncing in it, okay, this isn't a very good example because, again, this is like a $100 million market cap altcoin. It's like a penny stock, right? Like 9 cents. So I like to trade quality names with at least a market cap of 10 billion. This probably has a $500 million market cap. So this is a really small coin, and that's why you see it's easily manipulated here. But what I'd be waiting on if you guys want to re-enter or average down is just another green dot. Again, I don't like to average down unless I'm down at least 15 to 20% on my names. We got ALKT. That one's sitting right there on top of the golden zone. So this one has a big level here at 32. You guys are seeing a bunch of 4-hour alerts go off down here on my screen. We just got one from Ondo. So Ondo, again, the 4-hour is the smaller time frame. We focus on the daily and the monthly. But normally if you get a reversal on the 4-hour, that's going to feed the daily. Okay, that's going to feed the daily chart. So, yes, Ondo has a red dot here today, but again, it could reverse here off the bottom of this 4-hour. You can see it's trying to set up and bounce off of 124 here. And you can see the last green dot, we did get a bounce. So that came and then it went away there on the 4-hour, but the daily is still red. So if you're trading Ondo here, I would set a stop loss at 120 there. AKLT technology company. That one's got a red one here today. So I would set a stop on this one at, call it 33.40. 33.40 on the stop loss, or move it down to the bottom of this candle right there at 33. Put the stop at 33. Good. Glad I got that covered for you. If anyone else has any chat requests, feel free to drop them in chat. Once we get through all these in the Discord, the live stream will end. So, FICO, FICO. This one's got a red dot there on the monthly, very overextended. I wouldn't be looking to play this one. It's got earnings coming up, big sell volume coming in here. That monthly chart is pretty scary. Okay, I'd like to buy it down closer to 1400. I don't buy names that have a red dot here on the monthly chart, and that FICO does have one. XCN we covered. I would take profits. BCE. BCE is getting tanked. Again, red dot on the monthly. We don't want to touch it. ALPD. Is this a stock or? I don't see that one. Listen, it's a European stock. Okay, that one looks good. It's got a green dot on the monthly. Okay, but the daily is very overextended. So if you entered off this green dot from yesterday on Friday, I'd put the stop at 1350 right there. And yeah, that'd be your stop loss. You could even move it up today to 1375 there. We got H-bar. H-bar's red today, so that's not looking good either. Again, you saw the separation off the golden zone. Good time to be taking profits up here at 40. Okay, you got the red dot up here at 38.40 cents. Perfect place to take some profits. You were buying here, you were buying here, you were buying here. You made around 80% on that trade. Okay, probably my math's off a little bit on that. But again, if you're in profits and you're getting a red dot, you guys should take at least some off the table, right? 25%, 50%. 100%. Okay, not a bad place to take profits that far off the golden zone. And this one's just selling off here. It's got a red dot here today too. So crypto could be in for a rude awakening here. Okay, 29 is going to be a big level. I put a stop loss if you guys are still holding this at like right there at 29. Really, really tight there. Let's go to 4 hour. Yeah, see right below where we're trying to bounce here. I'd set it at 28. Put your stop loss at 28. If 28 breaks, I would sell H-bar. Okay, but again, you should have been selling up in this area with the stochastic right up here toward the ceiling. Right when that stochastic gets close to that white dotted line, that's normally a good place to take profits. Okay, and that was 26 cents all the way up to 40. That was probably a 40-50% trade right there. That was a really good trade if you guys took profits. And if you're still holding, set your stop loss at 28. If 28 breaks, I would sell. NNE, this thing got hit today hard. I told you guys to sell this one on Friday too. Again, you had that big move. After something moves up 100%, you should be taking profits. We should not be buying up in this area. We were buying right here on Friday of last week at 22. It went all the way up to 48. That was a perfect trade. Okay, great trade. Take some profits. And you don't got a red dot today, but that thing's trying to bounce. If you're still in it, set the stop loss at 32. If 32 breaks, sell it. Okay, because that thing's probably coming back down. So no red dot yet, but that's a big, ugly can. That's like 26% today down. So ugly. Okay, $32 is your stop there on NNE. We got Atom. Atom's got a red dot here as well today, and that one's breaking a major level. So once again, I would zoom in here today, and I would set my stop loss at where we're trying to bounce at like 550. If 550 breaks, I would sell the name because these red dots are very, very concerning. We need to pump in the next 24 hours, or these charts could get really, really messy. Really messy. So 550 is very, very important level for Atom. I'd set that stop loss there. Dot, I called this out over here. By the way, if you guys are in the Discord, you can see all my trades, everything that I'm trading, everything that I'm buying, everything that I'm selling, all my stop losses. I post those on a daily basis over there in Overkill Trades. I'm also starting a new Overkill Trade Ideas. So these are like my hand-picked positions. You can see ABBV, that one popped off today, another healthcare company. And this one was FedEx. FedEx gave you a green dot right there off 270. So those are my hand-picked trades. These are going to be the trades that I'm actually taking, that I'm actually buying, selling, right? I was kind of mixing the two up. So I moved the trade ideas to a separate channel so you guys could differentiate which ones that I would be buying and which ones that I am buying. A lot of the times if I don't take a position in something, it's just because I don't have the capital, or I'm just not fully committed on the company or what the project does. But those were two nice setups from this morning, ABBV and FedEx. And then obviously I took a trade on Snapchat this morning. I averaged down on my position off that green dot there on Snap today. But dot I got stopped out on, right? My stop loss was right here at 590. Okay, 590, that's where we wicked down to right here, where we wicked down to right here, and where we wicked down to right here. And what do? We broke that level. After that level broke, that tells me that the bears are in control. Okay, so I'm watching for a green dot on this. I think it's probably going to come around 4 to 5 if we don't get a major move here in the next couple hours. But it just looked really weak off breaking that. It shouldn't have broke 6 if the bulls were in control. So that just shows you that they weren't. And again, if your stop loss gets hit, we don't sit here and throw a fit about it. It just happens, right? No strategy online, guys, is 100%. No trading strategy is 100%. You just have to learn how to limit risk and limit your downside. I got stopped out at 590. It's sitting at 570 right now. So that's another 4 or 5% down off of where I sold it. So you can always buy back in if you're stopped out. Getting stopped out shouldn't concern you, because again, if you're entering on the dots, all we got to do if we want to hold a longer term position on dot is just wait for the green dot and then make our decision on whether or not we want to re-enter or not. Okay, if you sell here at 590 and buy back down here at 5, you're actually making a significant difference in your position size. You're buying more shares down here than you sold for up here, if that makes sense. So again, we're just using the technicals to identify the levels. You could see that right here, $6 was a very important level. And when $6 broke, my stop loss was hit, and simply put, I'm just waiting for the green dot to re-enter there on dot. So I got stopped out. I would be stopped out on that name here today. XRP we covered, HBAR we covered, Target, TGT. My wife loves Target. That one got a green dot right there on Wednesday. I'm going to move that one up to, move the stop up to 136. We're coming back into the golden zone here on Target. I mean, my wife shops there sometimes, so I guess they're a good company. People love their environment. You got the green dot right there on Wednesday, so I would just use that stop loss at I put it at 135 and let that thing ride. 135 and let it ride. If we get back up here to 150, around 150, I would take some profits. Be watching for the stochastic RSI, the light blue line, to tap that white dotted line there on the trading indicator. Okay, that'd be a good place to take some off. I think that's going to probably come around 48 to 50. For TGT, that'd be a great place to take some. If you guys were in here at 35, that's a really nice trade there on TGT. Octa. What's Octa doing? I sold this one a couple weeks ago. It's probably mooning now. I think I sold around 80. I can't even remember where I sold. I think it was like 87. It's sitting at 90 now. But again, it's just up here, right? It's too far. Like the blue wave way up here is normally when we want to take profits. Because again, we were entering down here on the 6th at around 80. So for a stock to go up, 13% is actually a really good trade. I know a lot of people are used to XRP and all the cryptos making 400, 500, 600%, but realistically, that's not realistic, right? A good 10, 15% trade is awesome, especially in a stock. Okay, most people are happy with 5% a year. You made 15% in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 days. So you should be happy with that. There's no red dot yet, so I would just say make sure that thing holds on to 86. Put a stop at 86 and let it ride. Twilio. Prisons. I'll look at Toshi here in a sec. Twilio taking profits. Again, look at the separation here. Look at the separation off the golden zone. I'm taking profits there. Okay, cashing out. You said what, Toshi? Is that new altcoin or meme coin everyone's talking about? It's like a new coin on Coinbase. When the market goes down, fear not. Just release another meme coin. Let's see here. I'd have to be in here on the hourly trading this because there's no data on the daily. Again, it's a brand new coin. It just came out 5 days ago. And again, everyone's probably buying it up here at 0.00024. And now it's down at 0.00001. But this looks like it's tradable on Coinbase. So Coinbase listed it, which is interesting. It's got a red dot right now on the hourly. I'd put a stop loss at probably put it a little bit below a penny. The bottom of this low right here at 0.00009. And it's down below the 9 right now. The 9 EMA, that orange line, you want that to be underneath the price and going with the momentum, not below it. So it's acting as resistance right now. 0.00009 is going to be a big level on that. Again, I don't like to chase these meme coins that are brand new, but if that's you, put a stop loss right there at 0.00009. Is it snap red on the monthly? It might be. It is, but you can see how we're just consolidating here. My first entry was on this green candle right here. The dot actually showed up for a second. So $10 is just the stop loss there on Snap. You can see that's been the support, right? If we lose 10, the trade is wrong, right? We'll most likely sell off. But as long as we're bouncing above 10, you're getting a green dot above 10, we got to identify that as the support level. Okay, and you can see this is where the buyers have been for the last 4 months. Okay, we've just been going sideways. So as long as Snap holds 10, I'm not worried about the monthly dot. What I see on the monthly chart is a very good company that got freaking pounded here. Went from 80 all the way down here to 10. That was a 80% sell-off from the top. And now it's sitting down here at 10. Snapchat's more of a fundamental play for me than a technical play. I mean, it is a technical play because it's clear to see that the buyers are right here at $10, right? So I can assume that the buyers, the bulls, are in control as long as it holds 10. If it breaks 10, right, the bulls are going to panic sell and it's going to go down here probably to 8. But until it breaks 10, right, we put the trade on, and if it breaks 10, we just set a stop loss. If that breaks, we simply just sell and enter again back on the green dot, if that makes sense. Okay, so this is more of a fundamental play for me. Snapchat is a very highly used social media application used among Gen Z and millennials. It's pretty much the way they text and communicate. I mean, they have like 300 million daily active users or something like that. So it's more of a fundamental play for me on Snap, but I do like it above 10. And yes, it is red on the monthly. I know I'm breaking that rule, but like I said, right, it's not a one size fits all. Okay, there's other things that sometimes come into play when making these decisions, and the fact that it's bounced 1, 2, 3, 4 times at the same level tells me that the buyers are pretty strong here. And if we do go up here into earnings, which they got next week, that monthly chart could flip. You can see the waves, right, trying to curve here. It's trying to curve the other way. So it'll be interesting. It's definitely an interesting play. I know I'm going to be wrong on the trade on Snap if it breaks $10, but I just really like the company. Roku. I think Snap could get bought out one day too. I think Google or somebody could buy them out. Roku, simply put, I'd put a stop loss at 77. Call it $77. Monthly chart still looks good. Just make sure that one holds 77. Okay, we're just sitting right around the golden zone right there. Snow. That's selling off today? Kinda. So that's got the red dot. So let's set our stop loss at the bottom of today's candle at 170 on Snow. I like that one. Again, we were entering down here on Friday at 156. Nice move up to 180. Got the red dot now, though, so you need to put that stop loss in play. And if your stop loss gets hit, you need to sell. That stop loss level is going to be right there at 170. BBY. Best Buy. Ugh, I can't imagine these guys are really going to be in business that much longer. You red dot on the monthly there. I would not touch that. BMO. Bank of Montreal. Monthly chart looks good on that one. Daily's a little overextended. You got some major separation here on the off the golden zone. You can see this was a good time to buy. This was a good time to buy. This was a good time to buy. But up here, okay, that's when you start to get into premium territory. I would put a stop loss on this one. Shoot, I'd probably put it right there at 100. If it breaks 100, I'd sell it. You could even move it a little lower at like 99. But again, that extension off the golden zone is normally where I'm looking to take profits. I would be a seller of that name. We got Verizon popping off here. Okay, again, another value name here, but it's red on the monthly, so I would not touch Verizon. CCI, Crown Castle. What do these guys do? That one's red on the monthly too, but it's trying to bounce. They're off 88. Okay, red monthly, but if you want to play it, use a stop at 87 there. I don't like the red monthly though. Okay, I don't like the big sell-off. I don't know what these guys do, but I'd use that stop right there at 87 if you're playing that, but I don't like the monthly chart at all. Rio. Rio is still overextended here. Got the monthly chart still red. Again, we're just very overextended at the moment. So $6. Again, I don't like it. Just red on the monthly. Okay, we're not touching it. We're just not playing. What do we got here? ABT from chat. I hope you're talking about the crypto. It's been red for a while there on the monthly chart. What's the daily doing? It just looks very illiquid. Very illiquid. Looks like some buyers. You can see the volume. Buyers are stepping in there at about $1. So I would use $1 as stop loss. But again, monthly chart is very, very ugly. I'd wait for a green dot on the monthly before I played that. DID. Oh, Disney. You meant Disney. DIS. Disney still green on the monthly, still looking good. What's it doing today? Today it's actually up. Disney's actually up today, so that's a sign of strength right there. I'd put the stop loss at 108, and it looks like they got earnings coming up here soon. I still think people are very, very miscalculating how big of a streaming company these guys are. Disney has to be one of the biggest streaming apps in the world, up there with Netflix. Netflix's stock is $1 trillion now, I'm pretty sure, and they also own Hulu, so. I'd put a stop on this one at 108, and I'd let that thing ride. But I think that thing, if that breaks out over 120, that could go for a ride. And I really like the monthly chart here, so I think that's a good name to hold into earnings here, and see what it does into earnings. I think they report, looks like next Wednesday. BN is very overdone on the monthly. You see the monthly red there. It might be time to take profits on this one. Yeah, I'd be taking profits on BN there. MNST. Monster Energy. That one's popping off a little bit today. It's got a red monthly though. So if you see how we're showing up red this month, that means you want to set a really tight stop loss here at like 48 bucks. 48 needs to be the stop loss. You actually got a green dot on that today. So you could take an entry on this today if you want to own it. This is the Monster Energy Drink Company, but your stop loss would have to be right there at 48. I'd actually put it at 47, just about $1 below that level. Put it at 47. On MST, but I would be buying that today if I wanted to own it long term. And I know it's got the red here on the monthly, but again, this is its last chance to bounce here. Okay, with the wave way down here. So if that can hold on to 47, MNST Monster Energy looks pretty good. Swift Coin, this thing absolutely just did the freaking rippity dippity here. I mean, I would be taking profits up here, guys. I mean, I'm cashing out, dude. Look at the separation there. I mean, you're talking, if you guys were entering down here on the 15th at 0.00005, this thing literally went up 527%. Okay, that's profit-taking territory right there, baby. 527% if you're still holding off the green dot. I would take profits. I would be taking some off the table. I don't know much about the project, but if I'm up 527%, I'm selling at least 25 to 50%. More than likely selling the whole damn thing if I'm up over 500%. Because I don't like to have greed, right? I like to take my profits and I like to go find the next trade. John says, do you think FOMC meeting got the market spooked with Trump demanding cuts? Yeah, dude, there's just so many moving parts. And I just feel like all of it's just a lot of noise, right? They're just trying to flush everybody out. It's the beginning of the year, guys. It's literally, this is the first full week back. This is the first full week back in 2025, right? We were off last week for the inauguration, and we were off last week for Martin Luther King Day, and the week before that for whatever holiday that was, the New Year holiday. So people, the smart money people are just kind of coming back from vacation right now. You know what I'm saying? This is the beginning of the year. So if you guys think your name is going to be higher here by the end of the year, you should be buying it. If you think it's going to be at a higher price at the end of 2025 and you're sitting... Right, for example, Chainlink, I think it's going higher. I think it's going to be higher than the price we are opening up January at, which was around 17. I think it's going to be higher going into the end of the year. I think it's going to be somewhere at 40, 50. That is my belief, though. That is why I'm investing in it, of course, because I think it's going to go higher. So yeah, the FOMC could cause us to sell off even more. And we got tech earnings this week, too. So tech earnings are going to be huge. I mean, they're going to be really big. All right, you got Apple reporting. They got a green dot today, but if they miss their earnings, you could see Apple down at 200, 210. Okay, if they whiff on their earnings, meaning they don't make money like they didn't last month or last quarter. They missed their earnings by 40% last quarter. And look what happened. They sold off really hard. So we got the FOMC meeting coming up on Wednesday, and we got a lot of tech earnings this week. I think Tesla reports too. Tesla's selling off here again. They got earnings on Wednesday. So if these companies shit the bed on their earnings, you're going to see the market sell off, guys. You're going to see the big tech, at least, sell off really hard. And that's nothing to be worried about because we're going to be positioned. We're going to be ready for it if it does sell off, and we're going to be able to capitalize on a dip. Okay, we want to buy the dips into the golden zone. If you're sitting this far, like Tesla got up here to $500, look at the separation we had off the golden zone. Okay, that was a major separation, right? We should have been taking profits in this area, not trying to play these bounces. You got one right here on 14th, but it was very short-lived. Okay, now it's selling off, and you got the red dot actually last Thursday on this. So I like Tesla around 320, 360, but yeah, that FOMC meeting on Wednesday is something we need to be paying attention to this week and see what they say. I think the prediction is that they're still going to cut. So if they do continue to cut, that would be bullish, but who knows? There's so much going on in the world right now. It's just in trading, I've learned to shut out the noise and not really pay attention to what people are saying. I just look at the charts because in the end, men lie, women lie, but the charts don't, guys. The charts do not lie. Here's ICP. ICP is still selling off really hard. That looks like it got stopped out. We had a $9 stop loss on that, and it was stopped out. So $8 would be your new stop on that, but I would not be looking for a re-entry until you get that daily green dot there on ICP. XRP, we covered SoFi. I'm worried about ETH to drop. I'm worried ETH about to drop below $1. ETH ain't going below $1, my friend. No way. Again, where's the separation here on SoFi, guys? Up here at 18. Big separation, 25% off. You got the red dot here today. It looks like they beat their earnings, but they are selling off here. They crushed their earnings. Crushed their earnings. Okay, so that tells you SoFi is a really good company. But again, when you got the separation off the golden zone like that, you need to be taking some off the table, guys. When you get 20 to 30% off the golden zone, that's when you need to take profits. So I would set a stop loss if you're still in this. I mean, I'd probably sell it. I'd set a stop loss at 15 if you're still in it. That's right, Efren. ETH will drop below $1. I don't. ETH is fine above 2,900 as long as this wick holds that we bounced. That you see the big sell off there on Ethereum there back in January. Bounced right there at 2,900. That's the level we need to worry about. Okay, and could we break it? Yes, absolutely. Okay, but if it breaks 2,900, you're going to see a really, really fast sell-off, probably back down here to around 2,400 on ETH. So, but Dot Boss stopped out, and yeah, I got stopped out too on Dot. Unfortunately, that was not a very good trade for me. Okay, I entered somewhere around here, 830, my first entry. I bought the bounce off the golden zone. Again, I didn't wait for the green dot, so that's what crushed me. But you should have been entering right here on the 24th around 7, and you could have entered again right there around 470. Again, there around 460 if you wanted to. But as soon as that $6 level broke, I had to get stopped out, guys. So it needs to either reclaim $6 or it needs to sell off to $5 or $4, and I'll look to enter again. Hopefully we can reclaim $6 by tomorrow, okay, or by the end of this week. If we can do that, the trade is still on. So if you're still in Dot, I would just put the stop loss at 550, okay, and wait for the next green dot if you want to average down. So I think that one, again, it needs to get back over $6. If we can get back over $6 by the end of the week, the Dot trade will still be a go. But I'm stopped out for now, and I'm just waiting for the green dot confirmation on the daily to make another decision on that one. Where are we at here? Oh, that was from chat over here. Yes, sir. Anytime, brother. Support one, not $1. I got you. Support one's around 2,900, right? Oh, we got XTZ. XTZ is also selling off really big here. So I think a lot of these names, I mean, crypto, the next round of green dots, you can argue that it's going to be a very, very good opportunity to enter. Again, I'd just be waiting on that confirmation. I would have been stopped out on this one around 120. That was the low of this candle right here. You can see, boom. Okay, when that broke, you need to be stopped out. Okay, let's reset. $1 is going to be a big level for this one. I just wait for that green dot confirmation and make sure that monthly chart holds into February. Here's Uniswap. Uniswap's selling off really hard here too. This is another Ethereum name. Oh man, this is just a despair dip, guys. I'm pretty sure we've reached despair. If we weren't in despair before, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are sitting down here right now. Okay, not necessarily us, because a lot of people were buying up here, right? The people that were buying up here at the top, right? Uniswap up here at $20. These people are just rage quitting, right? They're done for. Okay, but us, right? We're still sitting at a good place to, look to enter. We want to buy that despair. We want to buy, right, that big sell-off, and we've got it. I mean, that's a 50% drop from where we were at 20. Now we're at 10. So now is when we should start licking our chops, right? And look for these green dots when we're inside of this golden zone. So I'm not saying it's the right time right now because we don't have the dot. But when the dot shows up, we can make our decision and then set our stop loss. This one's going to have a hard time breaking down below 10. So 10 is going to be a really big level. That's right there at the bottom of this candle at around 1028. So with uni, I'd just wait for the daily. And I think that one's still green on the monthly as well. Yes, it is. So I'd just be waiting for that confirmation of the daily dot. I think that one's going to set up really nice. Let's see here. XLM we covered. Chain link, did we? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we covered that. Link, it's getting a nice. It was down as much as 10% today, and it's bouncing. It's bounced about half of what it gave. I got a stop loss on this one at 21. The level to watch is 22, but I'm going to set my level $1 below that level at around 21. So as long as we can save 21 on Link, the trade is still on. I know it has a red dot again. I told you guys I took some profits here off the red dot on Friday. I took some profits at 26. I sold 10% of my position. And now that we got a red dot, I can look to enter it again. I can look to buy again on a green dot. But if 21 breaks, I'm going to want to sell my position and rebuy lower because that's a big level. If 21 breaks, we'll probably come down to the 18 to 20 range. So I got a stop loss on that one at 21. If you want to be less conservative or more conservative, put it at 22 on Link. XYO we covered. Meta. Meta's another really good example of a monthly chart, monthly dot here. You can see that this thing came back here in 2023, January at $117. You can see it's all the way up at 600 now. So if you would have bought this green dot back here in 2023 on Facebook, you would be up 459% in 2 years. Massive move, okay? But again, look how far we've gone up. I mean, just insane move up on Meta. And we're sitting at a very large premium. So again, if I was wanting to buy Meta, I'd want to buy it when it pulls back into the golden zone like it did here in July and like it did here in April. Up here, I'm taking profits. And you can see the stochastics up there as well. And they got earnings coming out on Wednesday. So I'm taking profits on Meta here today. I'd be cashing in and I'd be raising some cash to buy these dips, okay? Because if you're in Meta, you should be up a pretty hefty amount. And I would be raising capital right now to buy some of these dips and go find the next opportunity. Let's take a look at ONDS. And by the way, guys, if you guys missed the stream, if you guys are watching the replay, just drop your chart requests. We're going live again tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Just drop your chart requests here throughout the week, and I will enter them. If you guys could leave it to 3 per person for me, just for time's sake, I'd really appreciate that. Your top 3, you could do it every day, but just kind of limit to 3 per day. Helps a lot out with the time aspect for everybody. ONDS is still green on the monthly chart, and it's still trying to hold on to that 180 level. 180 is going to be your stop loss on this. Set it right there. NNOVX or NNOX getting clobbered today. Okay, we were stopped out at 8. Now it's down here around 740. So the next level you're going to want to watch is 7. But again, we're not looking to buy until we get the green dot on the daily. Okay, it's got a red one right now. So wait to see how this one shakes out. As long as $7, I mean, if you're still in the trade, just put your stop at 7. If 7 breaks, it's a broken trade. Again, I'd be waiting for the green dot to buy that one. NVTS, another penny stock. You guys really love these penny stocks, don't you? I'd put a stop right there at 245. That's probably red on the monthly. No, it's green on the monthly. NVTS, but stop loss, you need to hold on to, I mean, you could even move it up here to like 275 if you want to. We got Google, another big tech company, I believe, that is reporting this week. Nope, they report next week. But you got a really ugly red dot there. Stop loss on this trade is going to be 190 on Goog. 190 on the stop loss. Monthly chart still ripping. Again, they got earnings coming up here next week, so they got a whole week to wait. But all those other big tech companies, they're going to report sometime today. Look at DJT down 10% today. Just getting racked. Just getting racked. Just getting smacked. But again, when is it going to set up? When we get the green dot there on DJT. What were we just looking at? We're looking at Google. Okay, again, too far off the golden zone for me. I want to buy into the golden zone. I'd be taking profits up here off this red dot. If you're still in the trade, I'd put it right there at, call it 190. All right, we're almost here, folks. We're almost there. Thank you guys for the request. You guys make my job really easy, and I hope you guys are getting value out of this as well. Again, no strategy is 100%, but if you guys are going to trade and you guys are going to invest for yourselves, I'd highly recommend coming up with some type of strategy. If you guys are new to the channel, I have a free trading course over here you guys can check out. And I also have my rules that I follow here that I like to share with you guys. So check those out in that trading course over there inside that tab. The Discord's free to join. That link is in my bio and in my description. If you guys want to check that out, overkillinvestingclub.com. Overkillinvestingclub.com. LHX, red on the monthly, we don't want that one. Okay, red dot on the monthly, we don't want that one. ABBV, though, this one went off today. I called that one out in trade ideas. It has a red dot on the monthly, but you could see the daily trying to bounce here off of 169, so your stop loss would have to be at that 169 level. And again, they got earnings coming up here on Friday, so if you want to play the daily on that, okay, bouncing right here inside the golden zone, use that stop loss at 169. We got XOM. Here's an oil company. Yeah, what are the oil stocks doing? With oil going, well, it went down. Now it's going up. Do monthly dots change from green to red when market reverses? Yes. So if you think about the monthly chart here, okay, each one of these time frames, each one of these candles on a monthly chart. So if you pop this down, you could see there's all these different forms of time frames. So we focus on the monthly and the daily. So the monthly chart, each one of these bars is 1 month's worth of time. Okay, 30 days worth of time. Okay, and this is candlestick math. So if the monthly chart is trending up, right, it has a green dot and trending up, we should be on the daily chart looking for entries on these dips, right? So XOM obviously isn't in an uptrend right now because it is red on the monthly. So we get a new monthly candle here, Emily, in February, right? So in February, we'll get a new candle, and that means the dot can shift. Okay, the dot can shift to green. Okay, so think about this. Okay, 30 days in a month. There are 30 days in a month. So 30 of these candles here equals 1 month's worth of time. So when the dot is green and we are trending up, we want to look for the pullbacks on the daily, right? The pullbacks on the daily, and then enter the day of the green dot, because each one of these daily candles close every day. If you're trading stocks, it closes every day at 1 p.m. Pacific time, and that's when the stock market closes. For crypto candles, it's every day at 4 p.m. Pacific time. So like Chainlink right now, this is a cryptocurrency. We're going to get a new candle here on the daily in about 3 hours and 21 minutes. Okay, and then the monthly candle, we'll get a new one here on February 1st. A new candle will form in February. So we're focused on a monthly chart, long term, right? Long-term investors, like swing traders, 1 to 6 month time frame. Okay, we're not day traders. We're not in here on the 15-minute chart trying to, make a bunch of decisions based on these dots. We're simply just waiting for the green dot on the daily, and we are then confirming that the monthly dot is green. Okay, as long as the monthly dot is green, the direction is up. The whales are swimming in our direction. If it's red, we're going down, right? We don't want to sit through a big dip like that. So I hope that makes sense. RSR. RSR is red there on the daily, green there on the monthly. But again, red dot here today, so you're going to want to use that stop loss, probably around a penny. Looks like a very low market cap play as well. I'd recommend you guys trade good quality names. Okay, the high market cap stuff, Tesla, Google, Apple, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. If you guys are just starting out, don't go for the penny stocks or the altcoins or the meme coins. That's where you guys are going to get in trouble. I don't think I finished XOM for you. Like, this is ExxonMobil. This is a huge company. This is a great stock to trade. Okay, but the monthly chart is red here, so therefore we don't want any part of it. Even though I think oil is going to do really good here under Trump. If you're playing the daily, you just want to wait for that green dot confirmation. The level we're trying to bounce at is 104. So once again, we want to enter the day of the green dot here. See, that one came at 107. It went up to around 113. That was a nice trade. Now we got the pullback, and we're just waiting. But that one has earnings. Again, earnings are always a gamble, because if they miss their earnings, the stock could crater. So that's something to keep in mind. They have earnings coming up there on Friday. We got PLTR. Palantir looks ugly too here. Again, look at the separation off the golden zone here. You take a look at this golden zone, you can see the separation. Okay, that one's down here at 24% off the golden zone. So if it's 20 to 30% off the golden zone, I'm taking profits. If you're still in this trade, I'd put a stop loss at $70, but I want to buy this one around 50. Okay, I'd like to buy Palantir more around 50. This thing's gone for an absolute ride. Just absolutely insane. Okay, that was at $8. It hit 80. So that was a 10x trade. So definitely taking profits here on PLPR. Got CGC. We got cannabis stocks here. Cannabis stocks. Red on the monthly. Still not that time. You guys remember when cannabis, I don't know if you guys are still trading, but cannabis stocks are literally like the reason I got into the stock market. I think I was like 19 years old, but I mean, they were just on a tear. They were just going up, 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 up. And then they just got cratered. They just don't make any money. The companies just don't make any money. So again, we want to buy good quality names. TLRY. Tilroy is another cannabis company. Again, red on the monthly, so we're not touching it. VSCO. Victoria's Secret. Here you go. You got monthly is still green. And this one right here, 35 is the level to watch. 35 is a big, big level there. I don't like that candle today. So set your stop loss up on this one at $35. If you guys don't know what a stop loss is, I'd recommend, well, actually, I think I have a video over here in the trading course. Where is that? Right here, stop loss strategy. Boom. That's a good video to learn about the stop loss and why it's important. You could also YouTube stop losses and learn from other people too. It's a pretty common thing in trading, and they're important just so you can limit your risk to the downside. But 35 is going to be the stop loss here on BBWI. This is Bath and Body Works. Monthly chart is pointing up, right? The green dot is there, so we're long term, right? Over the next couple of months, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, we got to expect this thing to go up as long as that monthly dot is green. And you can see here on the daily, $35 is that level you want to watch there. Okay, that's where we wick down to there. As long as that can hold, we won't see a big move to the downside. But if that breaks, we could see it go back down to 32 or even in the $30 range there on BBWI. We got IREN, IREN. God, this one's choppy too, man. Chop, 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 chop. That one's down big, but this level right here, 975, is big. I put the stop at 9 on this one. It's got a red dot today, though, so that's ugly. Just really choppy, right? Chop, 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 chop. This is an energy company, so yeah, this one's a tough one. This is a tough one. Again, another low market cap company. Just very, very choppy. Up, down, up, down, up, down. People are day trading this one here on the 15-minute. Okay, this is a day trader stock. This isn't technically for us, right, as swing traders because of just how choppy it is. Okay, it's got a red dot today, so this is really tough. I would set a stop loss at 9, but that's a really tough move right there. Down 20% today. That's pretty rough. ACH. I believe that's a crypto you're talking about. Nice move today, but look at this. See, now you got the separation off the golden zone. Did they have news or something today? Okay, you're 30% off the golden zone now, so I would take some off here. I would sell at least 50% of your position. If you're up here, I mean, if you're in off this green dot from yesterday, you're up 100%. So if you guys think about it, if you make 100% on a name and you sell 50% of it, you're at break even, right? So if you have, say you invest $1,000 into something and it goes up 100%. So 100% you would multiply it by 2 because you just doubled your investment. Now it's 2,000. So now if you sold 50%, so I'd multiply it by 5. Say I wanted to sell 50%. Now I have $1,000. Well, you just took your initial investment out, and now you can let the trade just play out because you're playing with house money at that point. So whenever I'm up 100% on a name like this, I always like to sell at least 50%. And then if it turns out to be one of those altcoins that just goes to the moon, I don't know what this thing does, but you can just play with house money and take your initial investment out and let the rest ride. Dot's almost back to 6. Oh yeah, I'm sure it's going to go hit 60 now that I got stopped out. It's at 590. It's about right where I stopped out. And see, we're getting a pretty good bounce here, guys. I mean, Chainlink was down 10% today. It is now only down 3%. So you're seeing buyers step in at these levels, right? This was a liquidation grab, in my opinion. Okay, because a lot of these names are still green on the monthly. Like DOT is still green on the monthly. Okay, DOT is still green on the monthly chart. You see that DOT? Still green. So I'm waiting to see if it reclaims 6 for a re-entry, and I'm waiting on that green dot confirmation from the daily to give me the absolute surety. So if you're still in DOT and you want to hold it, I'd put a stop loss at 550. 550, that's where we bounced today. So it'll be interesting to see if it has a red dot come February on DOT. But that thing really, if that thing could reclaim 6 by the end of the day, I would say that's really bullish there, Jay. Can you check CTX? Yes, sir. It's a crypto. Wow. Okay, another name that's up 100% off the bottom here. So look at some of these altcoins just ripping today. It's just crazy. But I'd be taking some off here, dude. I'd be selling 25, 50, even the whole entire thing, just because of that extension off the golden zone there. I don't think that's a bad place to take some off the table. That's a great trade from $2 all the way up to $5. That's 150%. So if you sold 50% of your position, you would have your initial investment back and more, and you could let this thing ride. But now that it's that far off the golden zone, I would be looking to take some off. I don't know. What was the news on this one today, dude? That one went up to 7, from $2 to $7 in 2 days. That's insane. ACH, where we got Roku, we covered KSM. KSM got a red dot today, so I put a stop at 2350 today. That's going to be the bottom of today's low, 2350 on that. It's got a red dot on the daily, so 2350 absolutely has to be your stop loss. That has to be your stop loss there. We got Filecoin, also liquidation, right? It came back right down, actually touched the exact level we bounced at. You can see back here in December, we touched 436. This one touched 434. So it literally hit the same exact spot here and is bouncing right now. So if you're in this one, I would definitely use that stop right there at around 430 and watch for a green dot. If we can get a pump here into the end of the day, guys, on crypto, these charts are going to absolutely rip the rest of the week. So I'm liking the price action. I mean, this bounce has been huge. Comp and Link were both down 10% at one point today. They're now only down 3-4%. So buyers are here, guys. Buyers are here. Okay? The buyers are sitting here. Somebody's buying the dip. Okay? They tried to sell this thing off. Look at that wick. It just sucked right back up. Look at that big wick. That's buyers stepping in right there. So what I do if you guys are holding crypto is put your stop losses at today's low. Okay? If we break today's low, we're in for a lot bigger correction than we could imagine. But as long as we can hold on to these levels, I think the charts look really good. Indicator gave me a dot on Friday for multi-chain, and what a ride it gave. Nice one, dude. Was that the one you just called out? The was it CTX you just called? Oh, multi-chain. I haven't heard of that one. I don't know what multi-chain is, bro. HIMS? These guys sell all the weird stuff on television, but they have gone for an absolute ride. 7 all the way up to 40 this year. That's a 400% move on the year. But look at the extension here. See the extension here off of the golden zone. This is where I would be selling at least some 25%, 50%, taking some off the table. I would definitely use a stop loss at 28 on this name. 28 needs to hold, but you're seeing a massive separation right there. Okay, that's where you want to start taking profits when we're that far. See, when we get extended off the golden zone like that, that's when a pullback comes. Extended off the golden zone, pullback comes. It always retraces into the mean. Okay, our golden zone is our mean. Right here, that dotted line on our screen. That is the mean. We want to buy as close to the mean as possible. Not way off of the mean. Not way up here, right? Way up here. We want to buy into the mean. You should have been buying HIMS down here at 24. Oh, multi? You said you entered on a green dot on this on Friday. Holy shnikes. Nice trade, dude. Wow, that just completely worked out perfect for you. Now if it could just do that every time, right? Nice trade, dude. That's 300% if you sold today. But wow. I mean, 32 up to... That's a 2,000% trade. That's insane. Okay, what does this thing even do? It's not even on Coinbase, so I can't trade it. But that's a nice trade there, dude. Hopefully ETH will recover off the 4-hour. Yeah, ETH is looking pretty interesting here, for sure. ETH is trying to bounce here off again. 2,900 is our level. Okay, it's got a 4-hour green dot there too. So again, guys, we've been watching ETH for a while. This is Ethereum. This is Donald Trump's largest holding. 2,900 is that big level right there. Okay, big level is 2,900. That's where we wicked down to right there in January. And Ethereum is owned a lot by the banks and obviously by some very powerful politicians. So that's going to be an interesting trade over the year. But 2,900 is a big level there for ETH. Uber, I can tell you right now, is red, right? Red on the monthly. Doesn't mean it can't flip here in February, but I just personally don't like to trade things that are red on the monthly. I don't like to trade things that are going down. I like to trade things that are going up, okay? Down when they're red, green, or up when they're green, down when they're red. And Uber is red on the monthly. Good company, but again, red on the monthly. Let's wait for that dot to come back there to take a position on Uber. We're almost there. We covered Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin again. Big level here at 95. 95,000 is a big level. It's getting a nice bounce here today too, though. You can see the 4 hours right in the golden zone. And we're trying to bounce right there off of 98. But I would set a stop loss on this trade at 95. Again, you got the red dot right there on, that was last Thursday at 106. You could have took some profits there. And now you're seeing the sell-off. But again, buyers are stepping in here, dude. Buyers are stepping in. And this thing was as low as 98 here, $97 today. And we got some buyers here stepping in. Again, no confirmation of a bottom until we get the green dot. But let's wait for that. But if you're still in the position, I would definitely set a stop at 95 here. That way, if it sells off to 80 or 85, you can just re-enter back in after it sells off and then ride the wave back up. Again, I don't know what direction crypto is going to go in right now. I can tell you right now, though, it's bouncing. It's trying to bounce here, but it doesn't mean it's going to. So again, as long as the last dot is red, we got to assume that it's going down. And once it flips to green, that's when we can assume that it's going up. Again, we're using AI, guys. We're not trying to predict the future or anything. We're just literally listening to the indicator that has called the bottom of Bitcoin literally since 2015. Okay, called it right here at $300, called it right here at $4,000, and it called it right here at $18,000. Okay, it's sitting at $100,000 now. So as long as the last dot is green, we got to be bullish. Okay, as soon as it flips to red, that's when we have to change our stance and go find something else to trade. But Ethereum is still looking good above, I believe, 2,900. Yep, 2,900, the low of that candle right there. We got DOT, we covered AVAX, and Link we covered. So 95 is going to be the big level for Bitcoin today. The monthly chart here on AVAX is still green. Another name that just sold off really hard here today, but it didn't break its low. So you can see the low was around 32. I just keep the stop loss at 32. If 32 breaks, I would sell it. Okay, again, that's your red dot is your indication that, hey, set a stop loss. 32 is going to be a really big level for AVAX here. Link we covered, Solana and Pepe, and we're going to close this thing up. Looks like we got the 43 likes on today's stream. So if we can get this video to 100 likes on the replay, if you guys are watching the replay, go ahead and like the video, and I'll give away $100 worth of Bitcoin over here in the Discord. We actually do have a giveaway going on right now. All you guys got to do is come over here and click this emoji. You can see we got 168 people entered, but I will draw the winner for that. That's going to be tomorrow around 1:12 p.m. We'll do another one if we can get to 100 likes on the replay of this video. But 32, big support level there for AVAX. Solana. Solana is green here on the monthly. Okay, but it's got the red dot. That thing came back there at about 260. See, the red dot came right there, and now it's selling off. So this one needs to hold 220. I put my stop loss at 220 today. That's the low of today. If we can hold on to that, good, but it doesn't look very promising at the moment. Okay, 220 is a big level for Solana there. We got Pepe. Pepe is still red on the monthly, so you guys should have been stopped out right there at about 0.00015. now the blood's kicking in here, right? The despair's kicking in. People are panic selling. I think this thing is going to set up really nicely. We're just going to have to wait for confirmation of that green dot, okay? Wait for the confirmation of the green dot on Pepe. And if you're still holding, just look to average down. Hopefully it doesn't come all the way back down here to 0.0008. But if it does and gives you a green dot, I think that'd be a great place to buy it. That was support back here in November and where we bounced. So ugly sell-off now again. Lots of stop losses probably being hit today. That's okay. If you get stopped out, guess what? You can always buy back in on the next round of green dots. And I think the next round of green dots on crypto is going to set up really, really nicely. Looks like that's it for today, folks. We'll be back here again live tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Taking your guys' chart requests. If you guys are watching the replay or if you guys are on stream right now, feel free to get your chart requests over here inside of the Discord. And I'll go ahead and drop this video here. Chart requests. Let's say thank you for the requests. I'll tag the Spartans here. So you guys just get your chart requests in there in the thread. And we'll answer them tomorrow here on Discord. We'll stay on top of these markets. It's going to be a really interesting day tomorrow. Okay, if we get a big green day tomorrow, look at that. Link's already back up to 24. It was as low as 22. That's almost a 10% jump from the lows there. So we are getting some buyers stepping in, guys. We'll see what happens here tomorrow. Set those stop losses if your name has a red dot, and then again, you can always get back in on the green one if you are stopped out. And hopefully, we covered all your guys' stop levels here on today's live. Thank you guys for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you tomorrow, 11 a.m. Pacific time, right back here on YouTube.